Hey, this is Josh with Dirtbag Brands. We decided we're going to roll out a new segment called Brands We Know. So, as we gather momentum on this, we're going to be addressing all sorts of brands within the industry. The entire idea is to kind of show you guys just how many different brands there are, whether they're regional, whether it's state, whether it's national, whether it's international. So, we're excited to kind of kick this off. Looking forward to this segment, and we're going to start it with R lights. Now, I'm sitting here with Matt of R lights. Matt, thanks for joining us today to launch this segment. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the actual first employee of R Lights in the U.S. market. So our parent company, Laser Lamps Overseas, was founded in 2010, and then they wanted to complete their world, because we're everywhere now. So Europe, Australia, we have warehouses all over now. In Arizona, our new warehouse would cover the U.S. market, so that finalizes. So now we have distribution all over the world. My background is automotive accessories. I've been doing it since 2003. 22 years, almost 23 years in automotive accessories. Started with automotive dealerships, and we used to build salt flat race cars, and then I went to GM Performance, and then I went over and managed some aftermarket like off-road shops, like four-wheel drives, and so lifted trucks and side-by-sides, and so I've been around the industry a long time, and then this was actually my first position that I've had to where it's only one brand. This is just lighting, and that's all that I'm focused on now.
How long has the parent company Laser Lamps been in the business?
Since 2010. And so they got their start in WRC and hypercar. So for the hypercars, and we build custom headlights for a couple of the big brands in the hypercar series and stuff like that. So, and then we came out with the lightweight stuff and for the hypercars, and we build custom headlights for a couple of the big brands in the hypercar series and stuff like that. So, but definitely we got our start in 2010 in WRC and hypercar. And then over there, they've progressed, and now you see them, if you go to Europe, you're going to see the Laser brand all over.
Okay. So what made you guys decide to get into power sports here in the U.S.?
It's always been, something which, again, overseas, we do a lot of Dakar and stuff like that. So they're working with power sport companies over there.
So really the roots kind of started in the exotic segment of things and then kind of made it to the more rough and tumble U.S.
Right.
For the power sports side to get dirty, and that's a great way to go. What differentiates your guys's from the competition?
There's a lot of competition out here, especially in the U.S. market. What sets us apart is, probably our optics, or the fact that 100% of our product is made in-house. And if it's not something that we make personally, it's something that's sourced from the UK. So we're not outsourcing and having somebody else build our lights for us. We're actually doing it in our own facility. And a lot of our stuff is designed for a racer to give them an advantage in whatever it is that they're doing. But then we can put it on the regular, streets and have somebody, just your average person run the same lights that maybe a race team would run on their vehicle.
So as far as optics go, what should the average layman know when he's looking at optics? Most people, I would assume, it's a bright light.
That's right. It's about effective lumens, getting the light in the right place for the right time. We have lights that have cones with a forward-facing LED, which that's going to emit light around the whole thing. But then we also have lights that you could put above your roof line in your vehicle, and the way that the LED is firing up through the reflector and projecting the light in front of the vehicle. That way you don't get a glare on the hood or the windshield. So it's a light that you'll actually use if you put it above your roof line. Using the optics of like some of these where we could dip the beam pattern. So if you have it on the front of the vehicle, but you're in a condition where it's snowy, dusty, anything like that, you want to be able to drop the beam pattern just a little bit more to get underneath it, to give you a better field of view. That's what we're kind of focusing on.
Absolutely. Well, what advice can you give consumers when looking for a UTV versus a motorcycle versus automotive?
There's something for everybody, and don't overkill, but just make sure you're getting the right light for the right, application, whatever it is that you're doing with your vehicle.
What about, is there different lights that you would recommend for southern riders versus desert riders or dune riders?
Because you have different demographics all over the US. What we do out here in Arizona or Southern California, where we like to utilize a little bit more yellow lights, and to where you go back east and stuff like that. And those guys just want a lot of floodlight. Maybe they don't want the depth.
What can you tell us as far as the difference goes between the yellow light versus the white light? What are the pros and what are the cons between that?
The white is going to reflect back off of whatever it is that you're looking at. Use an amber, yellow, whatever, some may call it. That's going to pierce through, and it's going to be a more dull light. So it's going to allow you to see through whatever obstacles coming at you at that time.
So is that why the amber or yellow light is so popular just here in the dusty, like SoCal, desert, Baja area?
Yeah, we're in the desert and you're following your buddies and all that stuff. And it's, you want to be able to keep up, but then you've been in a car and, behind somebody, and you're just like, man, it's so bright, and you're able to cut through to where you could still see, the terrain. Is there a rock up there? You want to be aware of what's around you at any one given time.
Well, what should people know about R lights here in the US?
Just know that we're not this brand new to the lighting world. We're here for the long haul. We're not going anywhere, and we're continuing each month to come out with more new products. And that we're coming out with the stuff that people are asking for, whether it's a metal bracket or a different light size, something, we're taking into consideration everything that people are giving us, and 9 times out of 10 we're actually producing that product.
So what can you tell us as far as warranties go, and what kind of backing do you do as far as white glove service for your customers that purchase your product?
So we want our customers to be able to buy with confidence, right? And so all of our lights, we're going to come with a 5-year warranty on the lamp itself. The lenses are going to be a lifetime warranty. In a lot of places, I know, like if you cut the connector off, you void your warranty. We don't do that at R. You can cut it, you can run it through the tube, especially in the power sports world. That's important because everybody wants a clean look, right? You're putting a light bar up top. You want to run that wire through the cage. Well, cut the connector off if that's what works best for you, and don't worry about your warranty because it's still intact. I always like to tell people we're probably the biggest name nobody's ever heard of. So when we go to shows and, oh, never heard of you. Well, you can look at our parent company, Laser Lamps, and you can go see what they've done since 2010 and the market, the percentage of the market that they own over in Europe. And we're not, we're here for real, and we're a real-time light company.
Matt, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us, tell us a little bit about what you're about. Definitely excited to see what the future is going to hold.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. You already heard it here, guys. Matt Green with R Lights.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. Robert, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a vehicle integration specialist. Pretty much what I do here with the company is I work alongside the engineers to help develop all of our grill kits, as well as some of the other products that we have been coming out with, like some of our fog light kits that are, factory replacement upgrade kits for your fog lights. I also do all the technical support for the company. So if you guys have questions about products, how they work, you can send an email over, and I'll be the guy that you guys talk to. So
you're kind of the point of contact, customer support, help any customers out with any issues or warranties they may have.
Yep, that's correct. So I don't work directly in the warranty side of it, but I would be the point of contact first year with the company that starts the warranty process, and then we go from there.
Now, how long have you been in the lighting industry yourself?
So I've only been in the lighting industry now for about 1.5 years, but prior to that, I've been kind of in the off-road and truck market for probably about 6 years now.
Okay. So as far as power sports go, how long have you been working with power sports as far as UTVs, motorcycles, and so on?
So I first got into the power sports side of it. I would say that was back in 2008. I started working at a Polaris dealership actually in California. So I've had a lot of experience with side-by-side stuff, and that's kind of as time progressed, I got more into the automotive side with trucks and SUVs and stuff like that. And so now it's a little bit of everything. Do everything from side by side stuff, working with overlanding vehicles, all of it. So
Nice. So where does your passion lie in this industry?
it's more driven towards the race side of it. Like following all the racers, sports, going to the King of the Hammers events, stuff like that, watching the Baja races. My passion for it too, I really love being hands-on. I've been a mechanic my whole life as well. So the hands-on part of it, working with the engineers to develop kits for the customers and products that people can use out on the roads or off the road is really, what I enjoy about my job and getting to do.
Well, if you guys have any questions as far as Triple R lights go, and now you know who your point of contact is, go ahead and feel free to ask any questions and reach out directly to Robert if you have those technical support questions. Thanks a lot.